Alright. We're in round one. We have the choice. Playing first and keeping. Actually, a pretty fine looking hand considering we have a bunch of removal and we haven't anticipate even if we miss. Even if we were to say miss our land drop, we haven't anticipate. Well, I think there's a pretty high chance we're playing anticipate at the end of his next turn anyway. Yes, that does appear to be the case. So, pretty good chance we're just going to dig up a land, which is fine. We've got some late game mana sinks, so. Alright, I think. Well, let's make sure we get our land first. I guess that's first and foremost. And we want the. Well, we wanted the blue anyway, so that's okay. So, let's drop. This is actually interesting. I think the monk. The reason to do the monk instead of the mage, granted it's smaller, but the vigilance I think is actually pretty key here. All right. Now we'll go mage. Prowess up our monk. Or prowess up, I mean bolster up our monk. All right. So taking a turn out to just basically get some cards going. I think we're just going to swing for 5. I'll trade a Sandcrafter Mage for some Goblin tokens. He actually had to discard 2 cards there, implying he wants to keep his creatures if he drew any. Yeah, that's a trade I'm willing to do. That thing already did its job. Now let's get the Lore Master down. And pass. Ooh. Let's swing first. I'm willing to sandblast a Jeskai Sage if he has some nutty play here. Alright. So, even if I play Narset and he can activate Monument next turn, Narset's going to live, so we're just going to play Narset. The reason I didn't play it pre-combat to... well, it turned out to not matter, because he would have been able to block regardless. But yeah, the main reason I didn't do it pre-combat was so he didn't change his decision-making. Okay. Oh, I hope I don't have to put it on the bottom or something. Okay. I don't, and I can cast it, so that's actually kind of nice. So if he just goes activate, swing, we're actually still okay. Yeah. So I think the plan is draw dragon. Let's use Narset. swing. And we'll have Lore Master up next turn, so... He's going for it, so Sandblast is actually going to be pretty insane here since it's going to allow us to get it back with the Lore Master too after this land draw, which is actually pretty nice. Concession. Pretty surprised with that concession. I mean, I like it, but it's hard for me to imagine that he just loses against Narset. He just didn't want to do the battle, I suppose, but it does seem like a preemptive... It seems a bit preemptive, in my mind. Of course, I'm happy about it. Anytime in an 8-4, especially like in a Swiss, I understand more, but it is a bit surprising that he would concede that quickly in an 8-4. So he's black-red. He's probably pretty aggressive. He probably just didn't draw optimally, but we know he has Dragon Fodder, which makes Dragon's Eye Sentry more of an option, but I think Territorial Rock's going to do the same job and at least be able to attack. So I don't think we want that. Radiant Purge, not really. I mean, I think it can target an activated monument, right? Because they become a multicolor creature. But that doesn't matter that much to me, I don't think. And other than that, I guess technically we were a little bit short on actual cards for our deck anyway, so it shouldn't surprise any of us that we don't have that much of a sideboard plan. But let's keep it like this and try again. The old 7-lander. Yeah, we gotta mull that. Oof. Well, this hand's keepable. Not great. I mean, Icefall Regent seems like a card that can do a bit of game flipping for you. Negate's not the most exciting card here. Yeah, wish I was on the play. Would have been way better then. Territorial Rock off the top would be good. Land, not so much. Well, maybe if he plays Monument again, I'll definitely counter that. Oof. All right. That's going to be pretty close to game already if I can't come up with something. I mean, we're taking at least 12 points of damage if he wants. That's pretty awful. All right. Going for Narset here. Hopefully, I actually kind of want him to attack Narset here. It'd do us a lot more good. Otherwise, I guess I have to lock down a Gore Swine. Alright. Looks like he is... Yeah, he's going for Narset, so at least we got some damage prevention coming our way. Alright. Dragon's Eye Sentry's just straight up coming in now. Probably just ditch the negate for it. So, Let's lock down a Gore Swine. We don't know what his morph is yet. Hopefully he forgets about the Icefall Regent clause. I mean, if I can untap and play a Ward Scale Dragon, I'll at least have a decent board here. Oof. It's pretty painful. So that's too much life. So I guess the play... It's a bit challenging. So I can't do Ward Scale Dragon, or else I die. I can do Sandblast plus Negate, but I guess I might have to do that. Yeah, I guess that's the best I got. He's only got one card left, I guess, so if I can just... I'm going to 1, though? I don't know how I'm going to beat that. That seems too good. Well, I don't have a choice in the matter. So I have to negate this because I need my Icefall Regent to untap. Guess we'll go to block or step or whatever. Summons not gonna do it. Nope. Just too bad of a mulligan and too bad of draws, unfortunately. So I guess that is that. Close. But no Cigarro. I might cut Contradict and Negate for Dragon's Eye Sentry and Resupply. He's aggressive enough where I think that's gonna pay off nicely for us. Alright. So let's ditch the Negate. Let's ditch the Contradict. Let's bring in Sentry. Let's bring in... I think we are actually going to bring in Resupply. It just feels like a match where gaining 6 life could be useful, but maybe not. No, I think it is. He seems like he's just trying to, you know, burn down as quickly as possible. Alright, let's try this out. I'll play first. Keep this. Alright, I'm not going to block the first Smoldering Efreet attack because I've got Sandblast. Kind of want to preserve my Dragon Bell Monk. Alright. Guess I don't want to attack into a morph. Trade. Hmm. Alright. It's not a huge beater. Ooh, that was a great top deck. We're actually going to swing for 3 here. He can double block. I'll get them both off the board. Because the thing is, he's going to crack in. Okay, he just wants to draw. But he was going to crack in with that Smoldering Efreet anyway on the next turn. So this is actually okay with me. And we're in like resupply territory now. Oh, looks like we both got some summons to deal with here, huh? So we want to cast that. We want to play a land. We want resupply to be up when I attack, in case he decides to get cute and double block our monk. Okay. I think I'm gonna follow up the outcast instead of doing the resupply. Resupply makes better use of the mana and lets me get in for some more damage, though. But I want to keep that up next turn, I think. Yeah. And I want to be able to swing with my outcast. All right. Do we not know what he's splashing for yet? I don't think we do. Hmm. So if I play a land, I'll have 7. I can play resupplies, just 3 cheaper. I was hoping I could do both in the same turn. It doesn't look like that's possible. Well, it's too easy of a block for him, Sage on Outcast. I don't like that. Guess the play is... It's tricky. Guess the play is just swing Monk and pass. Okay. We're going to cast Resupply regardless, but I feel like defensively it's better than offensively because he can actually double block for value there. Like, granted, it's not that much value, but I don't know. I'm casting Resupply at the end of his turn regardless at this point. I'm just interested in drawing and finding a bomb. But using it defensively potentially this turn could be nice. Jeez, that's something big. Ah, Tasker. I've had enough of that card for a lifetime. So I guess I can tap down Tasigur. I can tap down Tasigur and just Sky Sage. Swing next turn with everything. No, I can't swing into the monk though. Just everything but the, well. It's not great. He gets to use Tasigur though too. I think we gotta do it now. I don't like it. I actually really hate it, to be honest. But I think we're gonna go for it. All right, it was a bad draw, definitely. That was a really bad draw, but I have to accept it. All right, that's a bummer too. That's a big bummer. I was really hoping that wasn't his last card, especially after we drew a land. So now I just feel really bad. I feel really bad. I don't feel confident anymore. We just are going to be just not in a great spot here at all. Guess we just play resupply, see if we draw something of substance. Well, that does qualify as substance. Definitely didn't want him to draw that there. Definitely didn't want to draw that. So just a lot of things I didn't want to happen are in fact happening. So unfortunately out of my control. So I guess he can get back a Smoldering Efreet. But yeah, confidence is definitely lost here. I mean, there's a decent chance I get Tasigur, but I feel like the damage has been done. Yeah. Contradict is brutal. Ojutai's Breath, I guess, might be the one I have to deal with. I don't like that either, though. And that's all he attacks with, too. That's so brutal. That is so brutal. That's a brutal draw, too. I'm really unhappy with how this game's panning out for us. Give him Mystic Meditation. I mean, he's got infinite card advantage with Tasigur anyway, so whatever. Maybe I'd deck him at this point. Trade Monk for a Swine. All right. I mean, he's not attacking with... He's not attacking with Tarkir anyway. Pacifism on Tarkir seems really terrible. But I guess if he gets a black mana, I have to deal with Monument regardless. I think I do pacify here. Now leave the spirit back to trade with a dragon token. Or a goblin token, rather. I can't race at this point. So I'm going to try and trade a spirit for a goblin. What do I mind the least? I guess dragon fodder. And yeah, the only reason I pacified the Tarkir is because if he draws a black mana, he can technically activate Monument. And then I'm in a lot of trouble. What do you want me to say? This is a horrific looking board state. I need to draw a creature, like, immediately. That counts. He's got Ojutai's Breath to hit it with. I may have to use Sandblast on a Smoldering Efreet, which seems bad. I think I do. Certainly don't like it, but I'm just taking too much damage. Yeah, it's a lot of dragon fodders. This would be a good time for a board wipe. Let's just do the Sage. Yeah, it nets me a card, but I need to protect myself. Yeah, it's really rough. Alright, well, it was a fun draft. We're going back to Swiss. The deck actually turned out okay. I think we would have done just fine this game if we hadn't drawn so many lands. And he didn't have Tarkir. We would have actually done fine. We basically drew a bunch of lands and we lost the Tarkir value, so not much you can do about that, but it is Magic the Gathering. You don't always draw and get what you want, so this proved that. I still got an Narset, so not the worst. Not the worst 8-4 I've ever been a part of. Definitely disappointed. I wish deck performance was a little bit better in Game 3 there, but can't do anything about it, so we'll accept it. All right, we'll see you back in Swiss.